to share an incredible story with you that took place recently in Israel, which really exemplifies what it means to become a unified people. A man writes that he grew up not religious, and he was in a park in Israel called the Cohen Park, where they were celebrating, they were enjoying a barbecue with many other people like them who were chiloni and secular. And so we were enjoying ourselves, we were having a good time, our children were playing on the monkey bars, and off to the side was an individual who was he was dati, and he was enjoying himself and having a catch with his son. One of the older members of our group, who was a big guy by the name of Tomer, was helping us with the barbecue, and suddenly he ran out of pitot. He said he was going back to his car to go and get more pitot from the car. He came back raging and angry. He said, you know what? There's a Hatzalah motorcycle that's blocking the door to my car, and I can't get in. And he started screaming around the park, who's the person that blocked my car and won't let me open the door? And though it was determined that it was the young man with the kippah that was playing with his son, he says, it's me. So Tomer approaches him and he says, you better get your car away now or I'm going to hit you with my fist. And you better do it quickly. So the religious guy was upset. He says, why do you have to talk that way? Why do you have to do that and disrespect me in front of my son? So Tomer looks at him, you better go move your car now or I'm going to turn you into shreds. So the man walked away and, to move his motorcycle. Suddenly something amazing happened. A girl fell off the monkey bars and turned blue. The kids were screaming and crying. Everyone looked around and lo and behold, who was it? It was Chagit, Tomer's daughter. She turned blue. People were panicking. They didn't know what to do. Tomer was screaming. And suddenly, the man who was the religious guy that Tomer made fun of said, I'll be right back. He went to the parking lot, and a few minutes later, we heard Hatzalah signals. After all, this man belonged to Hatzalah, United Hatzalah. He came running on his motorcycle into the park, and what did he do? He started working on the young girl, the girl who was the daughter of Tomer, the man who had just, vilified him and bullied him, and he started telling us, give me this and do that. And thank God, within a few moments, Chagit was now breathing and alive. Tomer was crying because his daughter looked like she was going to die. We were all petrified. We didn't know what to do. And suddenly he called his friends. Another Hatzalah truck came, and Tomer went with his daughter to the hospital. 3 days she was in the hospital, and Tomer felt so bad. He wanted to find out what was this man's name, because he wanted to call him to thank him. He had been so terribly, not nice to him. But he found him and he told him, listen, I want to pay you for what you did for my daughter. He said to him, I don't take money. We work as Hatzalah for volunteers to help Klal Yisrael. Our mission is to help Jews wherever they are, and whenever anything happens to them, to save their lives. And something happened to Tomer. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a Sudat Hoda'ah, and I want to invite you. So he told the man who was the Hatzalah member that I want to invite you. And something amazing happened. Tomer scheduled the Sudat Hoda'ah, this Thanksgiving Seudah, to thank Hashem for what happened for his daughter a week later. But something horrible happened. 2 days before this party was to take place, this Hatzalah member, Efi Agassi, at 3:30 in the morning on a Friday morning in Yerushalayim, was called on an emergency. And he got on his motorcycle to help save someone who was having a heart attack, and he hit a taxi, and he passed away. And we all found out about it. And Tomer started crying like a baby. After all, this was the man who he had made fun of and accused that had saved his daughter's life, and now he had passed away. Tomer was beside himself. We all went to the funeral. We couldn't stop crying. But something happened. Because of Evi Agassi and his death, we all decided to think about ourselves, to think about our lives, and to think about the fact that Hashem had saved us. It was Efi Agassi who had caused us to look within ourselves and become religious. And Tomer and all of us started the process back of coming back to Hashem and being Choser B'Tshuvah. Here's an individual, Efi Agassi, who was made fun of, who went out of his way to save someone's daughter's life, and because of his death, he brought back so many people to be Choser B'Tshuvah. This is the message, ladies and gentlemen, that we want to teach ourselves in this time. We may have differences in Klal Yisrael. We may have things that we don't agree on, but we're all one family. And Moshe Rabbeinu impressed that upon us. He said, you're one nation. I want you to love each other and care for each other. Thank you.